Hello and welcome to a Math Minute, a quick how-to over a topic that's been troubling you. The topic for this video is going to be factoring difference of squares. In general, factoring of polynomials is probably one of the most important topics that you're going to study in mathematics. It's a topic that's going to show up quite often in any kind of upper level math class that you take. And learning to recognize those patterns, being able to spot them and factor them quickly is going to be very important to you. So the one we're going to go over today is difference of squares. So the name is in the formula right here. Difference is subtraction. Squares, we've got perfect squares, a squared and b squared. The factoring pattern is into two binomials. You're going to have a plus b, a minus b. And of course, a and b are going to get replaced with whatever numbers or variables that we see down here in the examples. Now, it's important to know, in order to do this and do this successfully, it's important to know some perfect squares. Now, I recommend to all of my students to know the perfect squares 1 through 20. So for example, 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, all the way up to 20 squared is 400. I think if you know those first 20 perfect squares, it's going to take care of just about every situation that you're going to run into. So let's go ahead and look at a couple of example problems that I've got laid out for us already. The first one is 4x squared minus 49. It fits the perfect square, difference of squares pattern that I have the subtraction. I've got squares on the ends. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up. I want two binomials. One of them is going to have plus, one of them is going to have minus. It really doesn't matter the order on the plus and minus. Just pick an order and be consistent so that kind of learn that repetition. What I need to know essentially is what's the square root of this term, what's the square root of that term. If I square root 4x squared, we get 2x and 2x. If I square root 49, we get 7 and 7. That's completed. That's our difference of squares factoring pattern. The second example that I have, x to the fourth minus 81. It's a fourth power, but higher powers can be squares as well, and so this fits. X to the fourth minus 81 is a difference of squares, so I want to break this up. I've got my plus minus binomials. The square root of x to the fourth is x squared. The square root of 81 is 9. We have x squared plus 9, x squared minus 9. Sometimes when you do this, you're going to find that this is another difference of squares. And if that's another difference of squares, you need to continue factoring that. So I'm going to go a little farther on this. X squared plus 9 is going to be left as it is. But then this x squared minus 9, because it's a difference, I need to split that up. The square root of x squared is x. Square root of 9 is 3. So our final result is x squared plus 9 times x plus 3 times x minus 3. Okay, that'll do it for this Math Minute. Please give the video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Also, if you have any questions about the video or suggestions for future Math Minutes, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you for watching.